Following usage of these clips are not an infringement of copyright and are protected under the law of fair use. This review is made just for fun. Spoilers are ahead. Now, before I start this review, I just want to give a quick update on this past week and what's happened, and also some future plans of mine I have for the future of my YouTube channels. So, as most of you guys know, last weekend, Florida was hit by Hurricane Irma, and it fucked up South Florida a lot in the Keys. But I was in Midland, Florida, so I wasn't affected too much, but I was without power for almost a whole week. So there was a movie review that I had done, I worked really hard on, but anyways, yeah, so I worked really hard on this review, and I loved it. It was a two-part review, something I'd never done before with the review, actually. But it got copyright striked on YouTube, and I sent in a claim to dispute it, so that at least people can watch it for the time being while it's being disputed. But just given to the status that I'm in, I just didn't want to go through all that, and so I just took the video off. So I had no way of getting up a review or filming one while Hurricane Matthew was going on because I had no power and I ran out of charge on almost every electronic device I had. Second thing is, yesterday it was my birthday. Oh, stop. Oh, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Suck!
But seriously, yeah, it was my birthday yesterday, and you know, I had such a great time. I went out, you know, had a few drinks, cause you know, I'm legal now.
Why you always lying?
JK, no, it was horrible. I just sat at home and did nothing. So I could have made this review yesterday, but instead I just decided to sit at home and be lazy and do nothing, which was better than what I had planned to do anyway yesterday, so it's no biggie. And finally, I want to talk about the future of this channel and my gaming channel, mainly because they're going to be changing starting next week, because your boy finally got a full-time job. Oh yeah, alright, enough of that. So because of this, instead of putting up videos almost every day like I was trying to accomplish either on this channel or my gaming channel, they're going to be coming out less frequently, at least maybe 2 or 3 videos a week, because I'm only going to have time to work on videos on my days off now. So that's just going to be how it is, but at least I'm going to be able to put more work into them now, since I can at least split up time to work on them individually, if that makes any sense. But that's everything I had to say, so now we can get on with the review. So, what are we going to take a look at today?
What a fucking jeez, oh my god.
Get over here!
I just got done reviewing the fucking Magic School Bus, and now you're having me review this shit? Do you want me to get written off of YouTube? Let's just get into this video. Number 1, the tone of voice.
Here we go!
Now, to be honest, I'm not really shocked by this at all, because this isn't the first time PewDiePie has made some kind of racist joke before, and this isn't the first time he said the N-word before. 18, nigga! But everyone decided to give him a pass on that time because he didn't use it with the hard ER at the end. Now, I have used the N-word before, and I do somewhat still use it, but I obviously don't use it with a hard ER. To go back to something that iDub said, made a comment on when he was making a content cop on that Tana bitch, pretty much, once you start using words so often, it starts to lose its meaning. So with me and my friends, who most of them are white, we'll say the word back and forth because we know that we're joking, and I know that they don't actually mean it. Now, if they use the hard ER at the end of it, then I'll check them and put them in their place, because as much as they want to say I'm joking, that's still an offensive word. Now, honestly, the word shouldn't really be used at all, in either form, and I'm trying to use it less as well, because I'm just starting to see that mainly white people keep using that as an excuse when black people say to each other, and when they use it in rap songs, that they get to say the word, well, why can't I? But that's just the most ignorant fucking excuse that you can have for why you would want to use that word. Because most of the time when white people want to use that word, they want to use it in the context of being offensive. And that's the huge fucking problem with it. They don't want to say it just to be joking. They want to say it to be offensive. I may be going off track a little bit, but this needs to be said before I continue on with this point of the video. The reason there's so much history behind the word is because white people used it as a way to put down black people during times of slavery. So when black people are saying it to each other, they're not putting each other down with it. They're trying to reclaim a word in their own context. But this brings me back to my problem with iDubbbz and him trying to explain using the word. Yes, context does matter, but a white person trying to explain the usage of a racial slur is almost like Donald Trump trying to fucking condemn white supremacists, and it's just not gonna happen. It doesn't work, honestly, especially when you don't know anything about what the fuck it means and what's going on and what's the history behind it. So when PewdiePie is playing a video game and is getting angry, and you can hear it in the tone of voice, he decides to go for the worst word possible to use to describe someone. And in the same fucking tone of breath and sentence, he tries to equate it with calling the guy a fucking asshole.
What a fucking asshole.
So he obviously meant it in an offensive way because he was angry at a video game. Now, when I get angry at video games, I don't start throwing out racial slurs at anybody. I don't call anyone a fucking cracker or fucking say death to all Jews, you stupid Jew. I don't say shit like that. But I just fucking throw a controller. The most vocally offensive I'll get when playing a video game and I'm angry is I'll call someone a fucking cuck, and that's about it. Number 2, the aftermath. So after this video broke out and everyone had an opinion on what had happened, fucking the toxic gaming community that we know and love definitely had something to say about it, especially after one of the developers of this game called Firewatch made a statement regarding how he's proceeding with the events that he saw in this video. He pretty much stated that he was gonna be filing a DMC takedown on PewdiePie's Firewatch content, meaning he was gonna have his videos demonetized so that he can't make money off of any content containing the Firewatch game. And once that statement was made out, gamers and YouTubers alike started losing their fucking minds like a bunch of babies. I mean, fuck the guy who just dropped a racial slur out of fucking nowhere for like the third goddamn time in a row. Probably even more. No, let's get mad at the fucking video game developer for having morals and standing by them. I mean, many people start using the fucking website for the game that he helped make. They used that website against him because it does state that people who are allowed to stream the game and make videos off of them and make money doing so, he gives them permission to do that. But it's obvious that a lot of people still don't know how the fuck copyright works, because when you own something and put a copyright on it, you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want with your content because you created it. So anything that someone tries to do with it, you're gonna have a say in it. Why do you think I have to put a fucking intro stating copyright laws in the beginning of my video? Because I don't want to deal with that shit, and I still get copyright claimed half the time. I'm not making money off these videos, but I don't care. I just like making videos, and that's the thing with a lot of other YouTubers. That's the thing with fair use. There's only so far you can go with fair use when you're critiquing something. That's under fair use. When someone has made anti-Semitic jokes and has said a racial slur twice now, then they are allowed to take that privilege away from that person. It's not like they're taking away the privilege from everybody. They're just saying, don't be a racist asshole, and you're free to do whatever you want with my content. And after this definitely shows how toxic the fucking internet has become and how toxic the gaming community has honestly always been, because they want to pass this off as saying, well, you know, everybody says racial slurs online and stuff, so this is no big deal. No, it's still a big fucking deal, because none of this shit should be said at all. That's what people aren't fucking understanding. A lot of people that I know, people of color even, are defending this, and that's fucking retarded of you. Actually, I just used a pretty derogatory term. Let me rephrase myself. That's pretty fucking ignorant of you. And then people have the audacity, because they are so mad that they can't be racist while playing a video game, that they flooded the Firewatch Steam page with dislikes and bad reviews, like this one saying, "No way I'll support this dev in the future. Sean's behavior is beyond childish and damages free speech and people's right to make mistakes in the public eye. This is bigger than gaming." Like, has this guy ever played baseball? Obviously fucking not if he's sitting here writing Steam reviews. 3 strikes and you're out, buddy. But you're obviously too lazy to get up off your ass to even do outside sports. So by your logic, this guy is being childish for not associating himself with racism, but you yourself and apparently 123 other people find you writing a bad review and not supporting a developer because they don't associate with racism. You find your behavior is way more mature than this guy. Man, what has this fucking world come to? I swear to God. Number 3, the apology.
You probably won't believe me when I say this, but whenever I go online and I hear other players use the same kind of language that I did, I always find it extremely immature and stupid, and I hate how I now personally fed into that part of gaming as well.
I will say I do respect PewdiePie for at least making a video and apologizing for even saying the word. And he also states that he obviously hasn't learned from his past mistakes about this kind of situation. So I do give him credit for that. And this does show that he can change and it's possible for him to change. But at this point, I honestly can't forgive him. Being that I'm a person of color, I can't forgive him at this point, honestly, because there are only so many times you can make quote-unquote mistakes that eventually doesn't look like a mistake. It just looks like it's a part of who you are, and that's something that I don't know can change within a person. I mean, it can, honestly, because racism isn't something that you're born with, it's something that you're taught over time from your experiences, but like I said, I just can't forgive him for something like this at this point. Like I said earlier, 3 strikes and you're out, buddy, and he's hit his 3rd one at this point, so there's no going back. Final thoughts, let's just get this shit over with. I want to go jack off. I don't think PewdiePie is racist in any way. I think that there's just still some ignorance in him to the fact on the history of that word and how it can affect people, because the way he just used it so effortlessly just obviously proves that he's used that word so many times before, even off camera. So that's just one thing I think should be pointed out. The thing that pisses me off most about the situation is just how the community reacted and how it's mainly such negative towards the people reacting to this in a logical mindset. All the ignorance coming from the gaming community, all the toxicity being flooded out, it's just fucking like amazing to me. But if this is how the gaming community is going to react to a situation like this, then it's just a community I don't want to be a part of anymore, and I would rather just stay offline and not play any games on multiplayer anymore. Because if this is how people are going to react to something, then that's just something I don't want to be a part of. But I feel with something like this shows that we're just going into a much worse direction as a community and as a population as a whole. And we can go ahead and keep blaming people like Trump all we want for throwing out hate speech and promoting it, but all he has done is just shown us what's already been embedded into American culture. And that's just fucking terrible, because we can do better as a society and as human beings, but it's just the worst thing that these people with no morals whatsoever are the majority in this country, at least in America. And that's just something that I'm like really sad and just you know, I'm just I have no words. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I hope a lot of you even learned something. Hopefully my words kind of helped give you a new perspective on this whole situation. So if you liked the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more reviews. It probably won't be another saucy video like this again, but there will definitely be more reviews to come. But anyways guys, thanks for watching.